Well, welcome everyone to the Public Council meeting for the Town of Conception Bay South for March 3rd, 2026. And we'll start this meeting as we start all of our meetings with our land acknowledgement. The Town of Conception Bay South would like to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk. We also respectfully acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinan, the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We strive for respectful partnerships with all the peoples of this province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation and honor this beautiful land together. Next up, the adoption of the meeting agenda. That is going to be moved by Councillor Clooney, seconded by Councillor Hardy. All in favor? Contrary minded? Is carried. And adoption of the minutes from the meeting on February 17th. They're moved by Councillor Tilley and seconded by Councillor Barrett. Any discussion on them? All in favor? Contrary minded? They are carried. Visitors, presentations, and petitions. I believe Councillor Hillier, you have something for us this evening.
Yes, Your Worship, I've got a notice of motion. Be it so resolved that resolution number 26-043 be rescinded, and further, be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 5.3.12 of the town's development regulations, application number 6344 and 6345 received January 7th, 2026 for a 3.1 square meter and a 1.9 square meter accessory building at 40 Garden Road be approved. And further, be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 10.7 and 10.10.2 of the town's development regulations, application number 6334 received on January 7th, 2026 for a hobby farm use at 40 Garden Road be approved on condition that a maximum of 13 fowl be kept on the property and that the property owner register with the Provincial Farm Premises ID program. So basically, Your Worship, we had a motion 2 weeks ago that we approved that we'd like to change as a result of some information we've received over the last couple of weeks. And this is the process by which we need to move forward.
So we'll need a seconder. Councillor Tilley, and yes, and this is with regards to fowl, I believe, is it? Yes, sir. Okay. Any other discussion on this?
The discussion will take place at the next meeting, Your Worship. We're just serving notice at this point in time.
All right, so we don't need a vote at this point? Okay, all good. Thank you very much, Councillor Tilley. Councillor Hillier. I've called you that twice already. So we'll move this to the next agenda and go from there. So proclamation. We have a proclamation for Easter Seals Month, and I believe that Councillor Hardy is going to present that.
Yes, Your Worship.
Thank you.
Proclamation for Easter Seals Month. Whereas more than 130,000 people of all ages in our province live with disabilities such as physical, sensory, cognitive, or other disabilities that present barriers to full participation in society. Whereas Easter Seals Newfoundland and Labrador is a charitable organization with a vision for community where all people with disabilities live full, healthy, and active lives. A mission to engage, inspire, and maximize opportunities for people with disabilities of all ages by providing meaningful programs and services. Whereas Easter Seals NL's recreation programs help those with disabilities explore what they can do through independence camps, art and music therapy, and adaptive sports, promoting full, active, healthy, and social engaged lifestyles. Whereas Easter Seals NL offers employment and educational services to assist those with barriers to employment in successfully transitioning from home and school into adulthood, and independence with a focus on preparing for, obtaining, and maintaining gainful employment. Whereas Easter Seals NL, I Can Too, disability awareness programs, activities, foster disability awareness and sensitivity, and provide tools for accessibility and inclusion. Therefore, with the support of the Council of Melissa Hardy, I I sign this proclamation and declare the month of March 2026 to be observed throughout the town of Conception Bay South as Easter Seals Month. I call upon all citizens of the community to support this worthy charitable organization and the people of all ages and all disabilities it serves.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy, and of course, the Easter Seals do incredible work and have wonderful programming, and a number of residents here in Conception Bay South have benefited from the work that they do, and it's great to be able to proclaim the month, for sure. Oh, yes, okay, so next up, we have a proclamation for International Women's Day, and Deputy Mayor Goss. Take it away.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. Proclamation for International Women's Day. Whereas International Women's Day is celebrated globally on March 8th with the aim of taking the time to reflect on the contributions women have made and continue to make their communities and countries better places in which to live, work, and grow. And whereas International Women's Day is a time to uphold women's achievements, recognize challenges, focus greater attention on women's rights and gender equality, encourage and mobilize all people to do their part to bring about positive change. And whereas International Women's Day is a time to envision a world where each woman and girl can exercise her choices, such as participating in politics, getting an education, having an income, and living in societies free from violence and discrimination. And whereas the theme of International Women's Day 2026 is Give to Gain. Therefore, I, Andrea Goss, Deputy Mayor of the town of Conception Bay South, do hereby proclaim March 8th, 2026 to be International Women's Day in the town of Conception Bay South. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Goss, and I just want to commend you and the four incredible women we have here on our council in Conception Bay South and the work that they do for the community, and specifically now coming up, the work that you do to have the International Women's Day celebrated as it should be here in our community, and you do all the residents proud by the work that you do for that event, and that's coming up, I'm going to say Monday evening, I believe, and where is it, Shelley? Is it at Manuel's River this year? Yeah, Manuel's River, so looking forward to that. Now, I would like to ask the four women members of council to get up with that proclamation and get a picture with for our newsletter. Excellent. And let me see, what do we have next? This is just for information, council travel information, and I'm going to point it out this year, and I know there's a member of the Shoreline here. This is travel that's already taken place. So this is what we do after we approve councilors to do travel. We post what the travel was for and how much it cost so that everybody is fully aware. Okay, new business. Let's start with Councillor Tilley tonight.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just a couple of things to bring up. I just want to send out congratulations to the Conception Bay Junior Renegades. Unfortunately, their junior hockey season ended on a sour note to the Mount Pearl Blades, but they did have a great year, so they're already talking about coming back in full square for next year. As well, our senior hockey team, they are still in the hunt. Right now, they are in the finals against the St. John's Caps for the Avalon East League Division. If they are successful there, they'll go on to represent the Avalon East Senior Hockey League in the 2026 Herder Memorial Final. So hopefully we'll be successful there. Next game is on Friday evening at the arena. So look forward to seeing everyone there on Friday evening. And of course, next week is a non-council week. So again, just to reiterate what the Deputy Mayor had to say, it's a privilege working alongside 4-1 for Women on Council, and not only the ladies on council, but all of our senior staff and our staff throughout the town. Kudos for all the work that they do, and I wish them all the best, a successful International Women's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. I believe also these CBR Renegades under 15 A boys won a silver medal at the Capital National Tournament this past week in Ottawa. So congratulations to them as well. Deputy Mayor Goss.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. I'm just going to mention, in keeping with the proclamation, a couple of events. You already touched on our event. So our event is here at the town is on Monday, March the 8th, and all the pardon me. Sorry, the 9th. March 8th is International Women's Day on Sunday. Monday, March the 9th. And tickets are almost sold out from what I understand. There might be a few left. So if anybody, it's going to be a great evening. We look forward to it. We've put a lot of work into this evening, and we look forward to celebrating with everybody. But the Chamber of Commerce is also hosting an event they do each year, and it's going to be a Friday luncheon, March the 6th, and they do an awards presentation as well. This is always a really lovely event, directed towards, the business community, but open to all, of course, and that's at the Paradise Double Ice Arena. So that's Friday. So two great events. There's lots of things happening to celebrate International Women's Day. The theme this year, Give to Gain, is that, I think that can mean many things to many people, but we all know, and I think that the background of councillors in general, we come from we come to council because we've been giving. We've been volunteers, we've been community, people who give in the community in different ways. And so I think we all know that when we give, we gain. And that's really the essence of the theme of International Women's Day. And women have been giving for a long time, and it's just an opportunity to recognize the accomplishments, achievements, and contributions of women. So International Women's Day, if you have an opportunity to take in an event, then you should try to. We're looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Goss. Councillor Hardy.
Thank you, Your Worship. I just want to point out now, the last couple of days we actually posted seeking nominations for the 2026 Municipal Awards. I know that's a few weeks out, but I know it also takes time to get your packages developed if you're looking to nominate somebody, whether it's a sports award, community awards, arts and culture awards. The online nomination process, it is very quick and easy, but just to give folks some time to get prepared, the deadline is Friday, April 24th. And the gala will happen on Monday, May 25th. So I know I did actually have a couple of residents reach out to me, looking to see when they were able to nominate junior and male and female athletes of the year. So it is now out and posted. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy. Looking forward to that event for sure. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Your Worship. In keeping with International Women's Day, and every day for that matter, I want to be commended to, I don't even know what I was going to say then. You caught me off guard because you switched up everything on us tonight. You do that every night. Anyway, International Women's Day. So I want to say thank you to my fellow councillors and all the council, male and female, because it all works well together and we work well together. And to senior staff and management and all staff, male and female, because we all work together in International Women's Day, and I mean, that's special, but we all get support from everybody else who's around us. Next Thursday is St. Patrick's Day, Seniors Social. Of course, I'm looking forward to that. I know the tickets are on sale this morning. Not sure what the status is on whether they're sold out or not. There's a few left. Okay, I understand there's a few left. All right. Thank you, Your Worship.
I don't say there is now, they're probably gone. Anyway, all right, thank you, Councillor Butler. Councillor Morris.
Thank you. I didn't hear what you said. Yes, as a few people have mentioned, our International Women's Day is Monday. We look forward to this event every year. It's really something special that we want to put off to show, how important it is to have women involved in many different things in our community. And our speakers this year, we have Megan Coles, a young female, and we have Amanda Janes, and of course we have Calvin Randall. And I guess in the past, we've been questioning why we have a male speaker at International Women's Day event, but I think the whole point of it is to show that we want to have men supporting women, right? So we feel as female counselors and females in general that it is really important to have males attend this event and speak about their experiences and how they promote women in our society. So we do only have a few tickets left. I think there might be 10 left, if that. So if you are still interested in going, I really recommend you go online and get your tickets. As Deputy Mayor mentioned about the Chamber event, they did announce today that one of our own is receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award, Jennifer Lake. And I think that's a very special award. I'm really sad I'm not going to be at the event to see her receive that. But that award is for someone, a career is what you build, a legacy is what you leave behind. Jennifer Lake has done both. The International Women's Day, we are proud to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to Jennifer Lake, a woman whose contributions to this community stretch far beyond any single role, organization, or accomplishment. The award exists to honor the women who have laid the groundwork that others now build on. Jennifer Lake is a great example of that woman. So I felt it was appropriate to mention tonight because the event's Friday and then we don't have council for another couple of weeks. So a big congratulations to Jennifer Lake on that. So that's our Women's Day event. I also want to recognize, I don't normally have a lot to say, but tonight I have a lot to say. Two young females in our community, Hannah Fudge and Grace Nolan, who have both just recently signed with FC London in the Ontario Premier League Soccer. That is a big deal, and I'm sure a lot of us know that we have a lot of really good soccer players in our community that have gone far, and it's nice to see. I know Hannah and Grace very well. They both play with my daughter right up through, and it's pretty exciting to see that they're going to play in this league, so I just want to give a big congratulations to them. And last but not least, Ken Perriway, his book Branches of Newfoundland just is now available in stores at Kohl's, etc. So it's very exciting for him, and I would suggest anyone go out and purchase this book and look at all the hard work that he's done. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Councillor Morris. Councillor Barrett.
Thank you, Your Worship, and also just want to extend thanks to our ladies of council for all their efforts this term and last term, and all of our staff leading up to International Women's Day. It's really a joy to come and work with you all, and I'm excited about Monday, looking forward to that, and certainly if you don't have your tickets yet, please do so. And also regarding Ken, I believe he actually has a book launch scheduled next week as well on Thursday at the library, 6 or 6:30. So by all means, if you're able to go, have a look. Looking forward to that as well. Well, I want to provide a couple of comments this evening. Since the last time we chatted, we had a bit of snow, and there's been some wear and tear and on our backs and our homes and also on our fleet. And I just wanted to provide a bit of flavor on that. Certainly Conception Bay South was impacted by the weather, maybe not as much as our neighboring municipalities, but we took a couple of days, we shut down our facilities and cleaned up our community, and thanks for those who were able to stay home so we can clear that up. Just as we are all tired of clearing our driveways, our fleets really get tired of doing that too. And we enter the storm with a full slate, but after the type of weather we've had, it's really worn down. And, it comes at no surprise as well that our depot is no longer able to necessarily meet our operational demands either. We have staff here at the town that can help maintain some of this wear and tear on these vehicles, but the reality of it is that we only have one garage bay that can service the largest of our fleet that we have in our inventory, and that paired with the space we need for salt operations. We know we're probably in the coldest week of the year now. We need extra salt, especially with the melt, snow melt as well. It takes space. It takes a lot of space. And as a council, we have been chatting about exploring, doing some preliminary work about a new depot. And this is something we need. And we're still kicking the tires around that. Internally, we're trying to explore what might be feasible. And I just wanted to use this as a opportunity to inform folks that, down the road, whether it's this year, whether it's in a couple of years, we're at a point where we make a decision on a depot. Eventually, we will need to get a new depot. And what that means is that we can have more space to work on these vehicles, to get our fleet back on the road faster, to allow more efficient winter operations, to allow for more storage. And particularly when we consider climate change, I was actually asked the other day, well, what's the deal with climate change if we're getting all this weather? Well, what that means is that we're going to get more extreme weather events and we're going to get more precipitation. And that means we need more fleet. We need more ability to actually clean our roads and clean our communities. And so I just want to put a plug as we talk about moving forward with a new depot. These are the types of reasons why and how that's going to help our community. So I just want to provide some context on that this evening, Your Worship. But that's it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Councillor Barrett. And I'll echo a little bit of that. In the past few years, we have put funding applications forward to find out if we could find some money and partners to look at a new depot. It's one of those things that, when you're spending the kind of money that we're talking about, and I would think somewhere probably between $10 and $15 million, and unfortunately maybe more than that at the end of the day, to get a depot that would be sufficient for the second largest municipality in the province, with a few hundred kilometers lanes of roads to do every year. In the winter when it comes to snow clearing, and then in the summer when it comes to maintenance and expansion and so forth. It's one of those things that the residents won't see a direct benefit from. It's the kind of money that you have to spend to make sure that you're able to service the full community throughout the year and around the year at the level they expect. But it's money that you spend that doesn't put water and sewer up to a house, and it doesn't put in new swimming pools, and it doesn't put in some of the types of things that people would probably maybe rather see the money spent on. But if you don't spend the money on a new depot, then it gets harder and harder to keep the vehicles on the road and keep them serviced. And we don't have any priority when it comes to a broken snowplow or a loader or whatever it is. If we have to go outside to get work done when something breaks in a bad winter, then we're in the lineup like everybody else. So you don't show up and say, oh, we're the town, do us first. That's not the way it works. It sits there and gets done in its turn, unfortunately. And then one of the reasons we're at that at times is because we don't have the capacity. Like you say, we've only got one bay that we can pull into and actually get something done. If something's already in there getting it done, we don't have any bays. And then we have to go somewhere else. And then, of course, that actually at the end of the day would cost more money. But that's unfortunately the way it works. But you're right. It's one of those things that is an absolute need. I know that when many years ago, when the city of St. John's built their new depot up on Black Marsh Road, people were going, what's all that money being spent up there for that for? Do we really need all that? And I hear last week now they're talking about they need a second one, that the one that they built back in the 1990s does not service the city anymore. The one down behind the former town hall does not service the town of Conception Bay South very well at all. It's time to move on from that, and we'll continue to work to find funding partners to see if we can get that rectified. But thank you for bringing that up, Councillor Barrett. Appreciate it. Okay, next up we have Councillor Clooney.
Thank you, Your Worship. We just had a Winterfest lessons learned meeting, and I just want to acknowledge the great work that the staff has done and the hours that they put in for that. And not only them, but I suppose the rest of the staff, where it's a International Women's Day coming up, and just acknowledge that all the ladies on staff with the town, kudos to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Clooney. And last but of course not least, Councillor Hillier.
Yes, Your Worship, just to summarize the depot conversation, we go to JJ's Golf on Freshwater Road at one point in time where they had to sign up. We have 3 bays and 3 baymen to serve you. Well, we've got lots of baymen qualified, we just don't have the bays for them to work in. Your Worship, sticking with this theme of successful women, I also just want to recognize Hannah and Grace, as Councillor Moores said. I don't know Hannah, but I know Grace, and I know we've had some interesting conversations about sport and the importance of sport and so on. And we wish them luck as they compete in the Ontario Premier League. And I give them one piece of advice that I've given a lot of our athletes who've been going up along to play, and that is that mainlanders put their pants on one leg at a time, the same as we do. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Hillier. They're just not as fast or talented sometimes, that's all. But ours are. Zoe Rowe and Lauren Rowe are already up on the mainland playing in regular league soccer, and now Grace and Hannah will join them, and it's fantastic to see all 4 of them work for me at one point or other. And I can tell you that beyond soccer, they're outstanding individuals, great leaders of youth so far in the community, and I'm sure they're going to be great leaders professionally in whatever community they choose to call home, and I hope it's Conception Bay South. But
And Hannah Neville. And Hannah Neville's way
and Hannah
also.
Neville, yes, as well. And so it's a wonderful to see these young women do so well, especially making teams on the mainland like that, and having the opportunity, hopefully someday, to make the professional league. But anyway, they're more than just athletes. They're incredible people, and they do great things. And there's a lot of young soccer players out there that owe them a little bit of the talent that they have coming on. And it's great to see that they're all from Conception Bay South and played here and have coached here as well. Jennifer Lake, I could go on about Jennifer Lake, but I had the pleasure of working with Jennifer for certainly a number of years, and served as chair on the committee that she was director of, and always enjoyed working with her, and the passion that she had for all the things that she was involved in. If you asked her for a brief on something, a half an hour later you'd have your full brief. So there was nothing brief about, because when she got started, she really enjoyed talking about the things she was involved in here at the town when she was working here, and it's great to see that she's recognized like this, because not only from a work standpoint of experience, but Jennifer Lake has an amazing family and has raised some wonderful children, and has done a lot of things with sports, volleyball especially, in our community and others as well. So a true leader. So it's great to see her going to be honored, I believe, this Friday. I think it is, yeah. I just want to thank the Lodge Conception held their first ever open house this past weekend. They invited me to come down. I dropped down to meet with them, and they gave me a little tour and told me a little bit about the history of the lodge there. And it was great to chat with the folks and see so many people out to get a sense of what the lodge does. And a lot of people don't know what the lodge does. And of course, you can look up anything you want on the internet these days. You can find out, a little bit about the stories and the myths and all these different things. But one thing I don't think a lot of people knew is that Lodge Conception, when they had the wildfires in Newfoundland last year, they donated $10,000 to help in the relief. And that's something that they're not yelling at the top of their lungs. They just kind of do these sorts of things, and that's what makes organizations like them great. They quietly help the communities that are in need when they need it. So thank you to them for that, and it was a great day down there, and I appreciate the invite from Mason Tom Jensen. So all the best to the Lodge Conception. All right, let's get on with the people's business. And, oh, no, we got other committees. Who's serving other committees tonight? None tonight? Okay, good. Then we are going on to finance, and I believe Councillor Tilley, that is you.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just one item to bring forward on behalf of the Finance and Administration Committee. 6A, tax incentive application. I don't know if that's a spelling error or not, but DRA Andrea Corral, functional medicine. Be it so resolved that the application for the business tax incentive for DRA Andrea Corral, functional medicine, be denied as the business tax incentive policy does not apply to home-based business. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Hardy, discussion? I guess it's self-explanatory. The
Self-explanatory,
policy
Your
itself
Worship.
doesn't apply, so that they don't qualify under the policy. Okay. Anything else?
That's it for Finance Administration.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. Thank you, Councillor Tilley. Engineering and Public Works, Councillor Barrett, I believe that's you this evening.
It is, thank you, Your Worship. All right, 7A, approval to engage consultants 2026 street upgrade and paving. Be it so resolved that approval is given to Engage Englobe at a cost of $86,943.26, excluding HST, for consulting services for 2026 street upgrading and paving project. Funds are available in the project account, so moved.
We have a seconder for that. Councillor Moores, discussion?
Work is continuing, pardon me, as it does every year on our street paving, and we're just fine tuning our list, and we hope to release that in the coming weeks.
Thank you, and I guess some of that will have to do with projected costing to
Absolutely.
make
Yeah.
sure we have enough to pay. Okay, thank you. Did I call for a vote on that? I did. Yes. Oh,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Thank you. 7B, approval to engage consultants, Phase 50 water and sewer. Be it so resolved that approval is given to Engage Englobe at a cost of $211,338.34, excluding HST, for consultant services for Phase 50 water and sewer. Funds are available in the project account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Butler, discussion?
Well, we were certainly all very happy to be at this announcement a few weeks ago, and not much else to add on that. Thanks to the provincial federal government for their partnership in this. But I did want to reiterate that this work is in fact continuing on our priority list, which includes starting at Craig's Lane and then moving on to Route 60 on Conception Bay Highway from Daniels Road to the western boundary towards Holyrood. And so we're doing design now. That's what this motion is for this evening, and construction is expected to start late this summer and into 2027. Just to be clear, we're hoping to get as far west as possible. It obviously depends on costing, but those are the next two on the list that we're hoping to do with this work.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to finish that area
Knock on
under
wood.
this project.
Yeah.
Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
And that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, next up is planning and development, and I believe we're back to Councillor Tilley.
Yes, Your Worship, just one.
Excuse me, Your Worship, I'm in conflict on this one, so I'll step out. It's as a result of where the land is adjacent to a piece of property that I'm involved with in terms of another group in town.
Item 8A, 2507 Topsail Road, auto sales. Be it so resolved that in accordance with subsections 9.2 and 10.7 of the town's development regulations, that application number 6348 received on January 14, 2026, proposing to conduct automotive sales at 2507 Topsail Road, be refused in consideration that the proposed use would increase the nonconformity of the property with respect to parking. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for this? Councillor Moores, discussion? I assume that the request goes outside the rules for parking for that particular property, and that's why the recommendation is to refuse, is that it?
That's my understanding, Your Worship.
Okay, all right. Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor? Contrary minded? Carried?
That's it for planning.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Tilley. We have Councillor Hillier, and the next thing up I have is procurement. No, sorry, yes, sorry, orders, and that's you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor Ben. Just one order this evening. A demolition order for 62 Ledrews Road. Be it so resolved that under authority of Section 109(4) of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, the February 25th, 2026 order requiring demolition of the fire-damaged dwelling at 62 Ledrews Road be confirmed. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Butler, discussion?
This is an order, this property had a structure fire back in 2024, and staff have gone through a process of trying to have this addressed, and so we're issuing an order now that this has to be dealt with.
Councillor Tilley?
Yes, Your Worship, I'll be supporting the motion this evening. This particular property, we've been having issues there for quite a number of years, and of course, this is just another piece of the, I guess, the puzzle where there was a fire done extensive damage to the house, and it's to a point where it's unsafe, and so we have to take the action to remedy that, to make sure that everyone there in the neighboring area is made sure that the place is made a little bit safer. Thank you.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? And that is carried.
Thank you.
Okay, we've exhausted our agenda tonight, so we're up to the motion for adjournment. So would motion moved by Councillor Hillier, seconded by Councillor Barrett?
Your
All in
Worship,
favor?
I believe that the CEO said we have to stay for a meeting after, so we'll let the public know that.
Yeah. All in favor? Contrary minded? Carried. So thank you very much, everyone. We'll be back here in 2 weeks on March 17th.